in Urdu as well. और हमने उनको इमाम और पेशवा बनाया जो हमारे हुक्म से हिदायत करते हैं, और हमने नेक अमल की अंजाम दी, अदायगी ज़कात और इक़ामे सलात की उनकी जानिब वही की, और वो हमारे इबादत गुजार बंदे थे. This is the translation, and inshallah, as I said, we'll soon understand this whole verse. Yesterday, we had a chance to briefly discuss the goal and the achievements of Abi Abdullah al-Husayn alayhi salatu wasalam. We mentioned that Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam embarked on this journey for preserving and saving the religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that is Islam. Look, if you will go and read the history of mankind, you may be able to find a number of people who stood against oppression in their times. Many people. Some of them spoke about the rights of a specific ethnicity and color. Many of them came out supporting the downtrodden people of a particular region. Many spoke about the rights of women, so on and so forth. Is that right or not? Our duty toward all those individuals is duty of appreciation. We, as Muslims and followers of Ahlul Bayt alayhimu salatu wasalam, acknowledge their efforts and their sacrifices which they made in this way. This is what Ahlul Bayt alayhimu salatu wasalam have taught us, regardless of their religion, color, or region. Even though if they were non-Muslims and they spoke against injustice, we appreciate them. This is a core Islamic principle, that if you see anything good taking place around the world, appreciate that, encourage that. Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salatu wasalam has a very beautiful saying. If we practice this saying in our life, I think half of our problems will be resolved. What is that saying? He says, لا تنظروا إلى من قال. Do not see who is saying. لكن انظروا ما قال. But see what is being said. It's a, precious piece of advice. Inshallah, hopefully you get it, right? So it doesn't matter for us. Whoever they are, we appreciate them. We are thankful to them. But as far as Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam is concerned, his case is totally different from all those individuals. Why? Because Imam al-Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam is a leader directly appointed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is someone who is representing 124,000 prophets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Imam came out to revive the teachings which were promoted by the messengers of God right from Adam until Khatam during their lifetime. In other words, he offered that sacrifice on the plains of Karbala for preserving the core human values on which mankind was originated. This is a great statement. I hope that you grab it and you understand it and you comprehend it. Look, Human being is an exceptional and phenomenal creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. God has given a special status to human race. As Quran says, لَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. We have honored the children of Adam alayhi salatu wasalam. وَحَمَلْنَاهُمْ فِي الْبَرِّ وَالْبَحْرِ. We carried them over land and sea. وَرَزَقْنَاهُمْ مِنَ الطَّيِّبَاتِ. We gave them out of pure and good things. وَفَضَّلْنَاهُمْ عَلَى كَثِيرٍ مِّمَّنْ خَلَقْنَا تَفْضِيلًا. And we exalted them too high from all our creations. Now, there are certain things to ponder in this holy verse. Number one, لَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. We honored the children of Adam. Quran is saying it. Regardless of their religion. To whatever religion they subscribe to, they still enjoy this honor from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Be them Jews, be them Christians, be them Hindus, be them Sikhs, or be them atheists. They, as a human being, enjoy this honor from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَحَمَلْنَاهُمْ فِي الْبَرِّ وَالْبَحْرِ. We carried them over land and sea. Did Allah carry you over land and sea? How did you come to the center right now? When you came an hour ago, how did you come? Huh? You drove yourself. Or Allah drove you to, na'udhu billah, to the center. What is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying? That we carried the children of Adam over land and sea. The meaning is very simple and clear. That we gave them ability, we gave them aql to discover or invent the means of transportation for themselves. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَرَزَقْنَاهُ مِنَ الطَّيِّبَاتِ. We gave them good and pure things to eat. What does that mean? That means we gave them ability to cultivate the land and eat from it. Now with all those favors, I will ask you this simple question. It's an informal, let us take it very informal, right? I ask you, with all those favors that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to us humans, and with all that status that He has given us, He has bestowed human being with, does human being deserve to worship the stones and idols? Which is his own creation. A scientist, a doctor, with all due respect to other religions. I'm not insulting any religion. I'm just talking academically, right? Does a scientist, you're a doctor, you're an educated person, right? You're an engineer. Do you deserve to worship a cow? Do you understand my point? Right? So the problem basically emerges when we fail to understand what human rights actually are. And what are the parameters of their violation. Human rights or their violation is not just limited and confined in inequality, for instance. Rather, everything which goes against human nature and you promote that is a human rights violation. You're basically violating the rights of human beings. I'll give an example. Today, we have people, or in schools, in